Hello and welcome back to the historic challenges, and today we are finally starting the modern era. So now the 181 Rider Championship is done. I'll be just doing this every 2 days, sort of how I was doing with that. Just try and get all the challenges done before MotoGP 20 comes out, because we have just over 2 weeks left. Well, it's actually just under 3 weeks, it's close to 3 than it's 2, but we've got around 2.5 weeks left until the new game comes out, so I need to try and finish all the challenges that I can. So without further ado, I'll head straight into it. And the first one is 2006 Bayliss winning wild card. So this is obviously quite a famous race, this one. Bayliss coming back after winning the World Superbike title for one wild card, and he finally got his win. One of MotoGP's biggest surprises takes place in Valencia on the 29th of October 2006. 3 weeks earlier, Troy Bayliss is awarded the title of World Superbike champion with Ducati. Due to the absence of Sete Gibernau through injury, the team decides to entrust him with the Desmodici. Despite not riding a MotoGP race for 14 months, Bayliss is lightning fast thanks to teammate Loris Caparossi's advice. He takes second in qualifying, and the next day, in the race, he immediately takes the lead. Even though he never has more than a 2-second advantage, he manages to keep everyone behind him until the checkered flag. Unbelievable. So yeah, what we got to do then, we just got to beat Caparossi and Hayden by 4.1 seconds. Right, so we're on track then. Oh, and the rear is sliding through here already. Obviously, you can see the rear is freezing, even the AI is struggling with it. We've got a Marlboro livery on for the 2006 Ducati, so that's nice. Here we go down the straight then. So 140.0 fastest lap there to us. Obviously, the AI just gives us control. We've already got a 2-second lead, so we've only got to pull out another couple of seconds. But obviously, like I said, the tyres are cold as always. They love giving you cold tyres, especially at Valencia. I seem to remember was one where I had a massive accident playing as Rossi when the tyres were cold. We've got 3.1 ahead of Caparossi, so we've got to get another second in the rest of this lap. It should be fairly simple to do, really. Oh, the rear kicked out a little bit there, it's Angel Nieto, but the tyres are starting to get to temperature now, which is nice. The front is almost up to a temperature that I'd actually be quite comfortable with. Oh, we made a bit of a mistake. Gone into the grass, the gravel, sorry, but 4.9 seconds, so we should be okay, because we probably won't even have dropped below 4.1, well, it's basically 4.2, but I should be able to pull it back out in this sector anyway, so we run a bit wide. On this Ducati, I've got to get used to riding the 4-strokes to get, well, you know, the 990s. So we've gone in a bit hot again. 5.3, so we still gain time in that sector, even though we obviously touched the gravel a little bit. Sliding through turn 13 then, down toward Adrian Campos. And wow, we've missed the brakes for Adrian Campos by a massive amount. But we should be alright anyway to come over the line and win in Valencia as Troy Bayliss. Here we go. 1:33 was the lap time. That was not a good lap at all. It was probably one of the worst ridden laps of the whole series. But there we go. We unlocked Troy Bayliss 2006, and we unlocked another feather sticker. They love giving us feathers, and also a claw by the looks of it. So we'll head back to the historical challenges menu, and we'll move on to the next challenge. So back in the menu now then, and we're looking at another Valencia challenge by the looks of it. So 2007, Pedrosa flashes past Stoner in Valencia. With Casey Stoner already champion, the last GP of 2007 only serves to assign the title of runner-up champion. Dani Pedrosa can only overtake Valentino Rossi by winning, as long as Valentino doesn't score any points. Dani has always raced well in Valencia. On the other hand, the Australian wants to finish well. Casey starts well and is in the lead for 5 laps. The only one who can keep up with him is Pedrosa, who passes him on the first corner of lap 6. Not satisfied, the Spanish rider continues to push to shake him off. Victory and second place overall. So Rossi didn't score any points. Was that 2 years in a row he crashed out then in Valencia? Unless he just retired, of course. We've got to win by over 4 seconds. Okay, they're making this somewhat interesting because we're actually behind him. We have no anti-wheelie on this bike either, apparently. We had anti-wheelie on the Ducati, apparently, but not on this bike. So Stoner sits fast up at 1:38. So we approach turn 1 then. Here we go at the inside of Stoner. There's a bit of a mixture of me just outbraking myself and also Stoner braking early there, because there's a massive difference. So we've got 4 tenths already. We've got to pull out another 4 seconds. It's actually probably going to be fairly difficult. Especially if we ride like we did as Bayliss in the last one. So we've got to definitely, you know, make the riding a little bit better. That was dreadful in the last one, although it seems to be a little better so far. They love giving you challenges of the same track though, which is weird. It's like there was those 2 Motogp challenges in the previous set. Oh no. I did the same thing into that gravel again. Yeah, they gave us 2 Motogp challenges in the previous one that were on the same bike as well. They're both the Honda 2002, so they were literally the same challenge. They have the same lap time and everything. Obviously this one is a little different to the previous one at least. It's a different bike and stuff like that. We've got the advantage now. We've got 4.2 seconds, so we should be okay. Hopefully we can hit the brakes for Adrian Campos alright. But yeah, I'm not great at Valencia, and I'm not great at riding the 990s either, so bit of a wheelie. But towards the line, actually this would be an 800, wouldn't it? Yeah. That's probably why the anti-wheelie was off. But there we go then, in that challenge we won Dani Pedrosa, the Repsol Honda team from 2007 and a crying emoji sticker. So we will head back to the Historic Challenges menu and we'll start challenge number 3. So here we are then, back in the Historic Challenges menu for another 2007 challenge. So 2007, Vermeulen brings Suzuki back to the top. After a few disappointing years in Motogp, Suzuki revives itself with the signing of Chris Vermeulen. In 2006 he comes second at the Australian GP, and the following year he wins in France, comes third in Great Britain and second in the USA in Misano. And thanks to his brilliant second place at Laguna Seca, his favourite track, he earns confirmation for 2008. The Australian starts the weekend well with a third place finish in practice behind Casey Stoner and Dani Pedrosa. Stoner gets off to a good start and only Pedrosa and Vermeulen can keep up with him. The Spanish rider is second for 3 laps, but then Vermeulen accelerates and passes him. So then we've got to beat Pedrosa by 7.1 seconds. That is quite a big amount considering it's Laguna Seca. So I wonder how many laps we actually get for this. Okay, we get 3 laps then. Well, we get 2 because you know this counts as a lap. Literally the thing we're going to have control on the straight. So Stoner's miles in front. Stoner's absolutely cleared off. That'll be the fun part, seeing if we can catch up to Casey. That will be the interesting. So we've got 2.4 seconds to Dani. Great for the Andretti hairpin. I've gone in way too hot into there, haven't I? That actually wasn't too bad. Thought I was going to probably go off the track. I always ride these things like they're the modern day bikes when they're really not. They haven't got the braking performance that they have nowadays, of course. Crashing massive up to Pedrosa here. Should be able to get him yet before the left-hander. Past him we go, so up to second place. Oh no! Oh dear. So being absolutely struck down again then by the cold. Well, actually the typo wasn't that cold. I think it was just my own mistake, to be honest. But we'll try and catch up to Dani again if we can. We'll pass until the corner. Up the inside into turn 5 we go. Just hoping he won't be able to come back at us. We've got 5 seconds then to Casey. Can we catch Casey Stoner and win the race? If I know anything about the AI on these challenges, I'm going to say yes, we probably can. Because they ask you to get stuff like 5 seconds to people in a lap quite often. Okay, well, that's twice I've messed up this challenge now. That's kind of annoying. Here we got the inside of Pedrosa once again then. 5 seconds to Stoner again, so hopefully we can not crash at the corkscrew this lap. We're already 3.3 seconds behind Stoner. We've caught massively up on him. It should be no trouble at all to beat him. We'll be close to beating him by the end of just this lap, and then we'll have another to spare. I suppose with lapping at 129s, we should have realised. Wow, big wheelie! I can't get the front wheel back down. Yeah, I've done a 1 minute 20.5, and so does a 127. So we just got lapped about 7 seconds faster than him on that lap. Oh, I was having a look at the inside, but I couldn't quite make it stick. But there we go, past him we go. Rizzler passes Marlborough up into first place now for Vermeulen. So hopefully we can actually finally do this challenge this time, because I keep crashing, because I'm just terrible. I just keep forgetting about the realistic electronics, because I found it as an assist that you can actually get the real electronics for each bike, which I must say is, you know, it's nice. I mean, it's different from Moto 2 as well. You don't get some of the settings from Moto 2. In fact, I think it's traction control that's disabled on those. There's anti-wheelie on these bikes, which apparently they need a lot of it. So we've got 3.1 seconds to Stoner as well now. It's only if we caught him. They actually kind of expect you to pass Stoner because they want you to get 7.1 to Dani, and Stoner's only 5 in front of him. I think we'll have got 7.1 to Dani without too much trouble there. So over the line we go then. What did we get? Okay, we did get gold. We beat Pedrosa by 11.3 seconds. So we got Vermeulen, we got the team, and we got a dragon sticker. So we'll head back to the historical challenges menu, and we will start the final challenge of the episode. 2007, Valentino's gripping comeback. Valentino Rossi is accustomed to comebacks of all kinds, but few are comparable to Aston 2007. In qualifying in the wet, he's only 11th, 1 second and 8 tenths from the Australians Chris Vermeulen, Suzuki, and Casey Stoner's Ducati. But then, in the race, Valentino is transformed. Although he's still 9th after 3 laps, 5 seconds from Stoner, the Yamaha rider then goes wild, breaking the 1:38 barrier on the 12th lap. He's 2nd, and in the following 2 laps, he competes the feat. After a long study, he passes the Ducati rider on the inside of the last bend of the 4th to last lap, flying towards triumph. Now, if you haven't seen this race, Motogp actually did... they've been showing a lot of classic races on their YouTube channel, if you haven't known, and this is one of the ones that is up there. So you can go watch this video, you know, this race. After you've watched this video, go and watch that race. It's a classic race, nice Rossi Stoner battle. But anyway, we'll head into it. How much do we have to beat him by? I have to beat him by 4 seconds again. So here we are. It's a shame that it doesn't have the custom livery with it, because there was a special livery he was using in this race, but it's just got the default 2007 one. Here we go, Stoner 44.9, and considering they're just on about how Rossi was doing 38s, it does show how slow the AI, well, I don't know what setting they're on, but they're on a pretty low one, that's for sure. So up into the lead already, we've got to now get 4 seconds to him. I still don't understand why they did the challenges like this, when they could have just let you pick the AI difficulty. What's the point of making them really slow but then giving a ridiculous task, you know? Like, you got a lap to get 4 seconds, which is a ridiculous feat in real life. It doesn't make any sense. And obviously this is supposed to be the historic challenges, they're supposed to be based on real life. Obviously in the game, when the difficulty like this is, yeah, it's pretty easy to get 4 seconds a lap on the AI difficulty. But they should just let you pick it before the race, and then if you're not very good or you're struggling or whatever, you can still pass the challenges because you can have the difficulty lower. But then people actually want to have a battle and they want to just beat the guy on the last lap, and they can do that. That's how they used to do them. They were really difficult. These ones obviously are a lot easier. The only ones I've failed are basically when I've just crashed or something and done something stupid. The Yamaha is much nicer to ride than the Suzuki was in the previous challenge. Even though I'm sure they all have the same physics, but it feels a lot better. So, not really sure what that's all about. But through the Timmer chicane anyway. Up to the line. We did a 33 on that lap, and Stoner did like a 44 on the one before, so 7 seconds we won by then. So we've unlocked Rossi 2007, the Fiat Yamaha Team 2007, and some other emoji. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Historic Challenges. We will be obviously trying to finish them off, like I said, trying to release them every couple of days. Ready for Motogp 20, and then I'm guessing they'll probably have some on there, but we'll do those at some point on that game if they do have them. Probably not straight away, because you'll have seen that I've been playing them a lot on this game. But hopefully they can be one, like I've been saying. Hopefully you can change the difficulty for them, and it'd be nice to have a bit more of a variety, because most of them are set this qualifying lap or beat this guy and pull away by a certain amount. Because in Valentino Rossi the game there was quite a few different objectives. Some of them you just had to stay in the lead for a certain amount of time, be in the lead when a certain time expired or something like that, or you know, you had ones like this where you obviously just had to beat the people to the line, but not by a ridiculous margin, unless it was the 2003 challenge, of course. You had to obviously win by about 10 seconds. But yeah, like I said, I hope you have enjoyed that one. I hope you are all staying safe, and I shall see you in the next video.